GLR for glory's sake. We've got the scars to show where we've been, but we wear them proud like a second skin. For the fallen and the ones who rise, in the name of freedom we ride the skies. From the first green flag to the final lap, we push the limits, no turning back. With the wind at our backs and the sun in our eyes, GoatLocker Racing, we'll claim the prize. We're racing through the fire, burning bright. With the grit of the brave, we fight the night. No chains can hold us, no fear can break. We're GLR for glory's sake. Our way on the edge of the wild, we won't betray. Every lap, every turn, it's do or die. With the spirit of a warrior, we reach for the sky. We're racing through the fire, burning bright. With the grit of the brave, we fight the night. No chains can hold us, no fear can break. We're GLR for glory's sake. But we wear them proud like a second skin. For the fallen and the ones who rise, in the name of freedom we ride the skies. We got the scars to show where we've been, but we wear them proud like a second skin. But we wear them proud to show where we've been, but we wear them proud the glory's sake. We're the heart of the storm where we've been, but we wear them proud like a second skin. For the fallen and the ones who rise, in the name of freedom we ride the skies. We're racing through the fire, burning bright. With the grit of the brave, we fight the night. No chains can hold us, no fear can break. We're GLR for glory's sake. Yeah, for glory's sake. In the heart of the storm, we find our way. On the edge of the wild, we won't betray. Every lap, every turn to do or die. With the spirit of warriors, the game. In the heart of the storm, we found our way. On the edge of the way, on the edge of the wild, we won't betray. In the heart of the storm, we find our way. On the edge of the wild, we won't betray. Every lap, every turn, it's do or die. With the spirit of a warriors, we reach for the sky. We're racing through the fire, burning bright. With the grit of the brave, we fight the night. No chains can hold us, no fear can break. We're GLR for glory's sake. We're GLR for glory's sake. We're GLR for glory's sake. We're the outlaws on the asphalt, running wild, we'll never fall. In the shadows where the strong survive, GoatLocker Racing, we come alive. We're brothers and sisters bound by the code. In the heat of the battle, we lighten the load. From the dirt to the track, we stand our ground. With a roll like thunder, we shake the town. We're racing through the fire, burning bright. With the grit of the brave, we fight the night. No chains can hold us, no fear can break. We're GLR for glory's sake. We've got the scars to show where we've been, but we wear them proud like a second skin. For the fallen and the ones who rise, in the name of freedom we ride the skies. From the first green flag to the final lap, we push the limits, no turning back. With the wind at our backs and the sun in our eyes, GoatLocker Racing, we'll claim the prize. We're racing through the fire, burning bright. With the grit of the brave, we fight the night. No chains can hold us, no fear can break. We're GLR for glory's sake. Our way on the edge of the wild, we won't betray. Every lap, every turn, it's do or die. With the spirit of a warriors, we reach for the sky. We're racing through the fire, burning bright. With the grit of the brave, we fight the night. No chains can hold us, no fear can break. We're GLR for glory's sake. We've been, but we wear them proud like a second skin. For the fallen and the ones who rise, in the name of freedom we ride the skies. We got the scars to show where we've been, but we wear them proud like a second skin. But we wear them proud to show where we've been, but we wear them proud the glory's sake. We're the heart of the storm where we've been, but we wear them proud like a second skin. For the fallen and the ones who rise, in the name of freedom we ride the skies.
I highly recommend it. You won't find anybody as good as Jam Printing.
Jam is a friendly and professional company that just doesn't do print to make sure that you grow and your business grows to the next level.
They are a very community-focused organization. They donate to every event in the area.
Every time I hand out one of Jam's printed materials, I get a ton of compliments, and that's the power of Jam Printing.
One thing with Jam is it is a veteran-owned company, and that really resonates with me.
Jam Printing is like no other. Their dedication to customer service is amazing.
If you're looking to amp up your marketing, Jam Printing and Promotions is the place to go.
I hope you're ready. This is going to be exciting.
And the GoatLocker restarts up we go. Green flag is out and we're underway.
Just a few laps into this. Oh, the 37's getting loose. Oh, and he saves it. Oh, they're going 3 wide.
We've got a 5-way fight for the win of this race coming to 4 laps to go. He's gonna win it here in spectacular fashion.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Week 3 of GoatLocker Racing's Cruisin Classics Wednesday Next Gen Racing Series with an always special showing at Nasty's Bar and Grill and right here on Maconi Entertainment. These drivers are extremely excited to be coming to the track here. Week 3 this season is off to an exciting start with last week's exciting finish. We're here at the Lady in Black of Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina. Maconi Entertainment is here to bring you action from all types of racing, including our monthly Fast Friday series. No matter what you're racing, we could bring the action to life. My name is Jeremy Briggs, and working alongside me tonight is Josh Ammer, and working our controls is Marty Zakala. Doing a great job bringing us all the action, all the great shots. This is going to be a action-packed race. These drivers are going to have their hands full as we get ready to go racing here momentarily. We'll look at our schedule and we'll get a quick look at our track info, and we'll bring Josh in here to talk all about Darlington.
Yes, sir. Tonight we got the Lady in Black. She's a 1.366 4-turn oval. She opened in 1950. She had a little bit of a track change in 1999. Well, a major track change in 1999. 25 degrees of banking down in 1 and 2 with 23 in 3 and 4. She has a 47,000 capacity seating stand here. She's an extremely difficult pit road entry. We're going to watch that if we have any green flag pitting tonight. I'm going to watch the right side of these cars coming off the walls out of 2 and out of 4. We got 100 laps tonight for
a lot of racing. Yep, a lot of racing here tonight. And as we look at our season schedule, season 7 schedule, you can see right there 129. That's tonight, Darlington week 3. We've already been to Daytona and Auto Club with some awesome racing. We got Watkins Glen coming up, Homestead, Iowa, Atlanta, Gateway, Phoenix, and that rounds out our regular season. Starting off the playoffs there with Charlotte and Dover. Then we're going to go to Kansas and Richmond for that next round. And then the championship 4 race will be at Texas Motor Speedway. And of course, you can find all of that racing action right here on Maconi Entertainment. And I believe the grid is now set. The drivers have completed their Jam Printing and Promotions pole attempt, and it's going to go to Jeremy Gardner, and the number 57 is the Jam Printing Promotions pole award winner. Brandon Evans will be in second. 94, Jesse Winton with an exciting finish last week, starts in third. Fourth goes the number 12 of Levy McCarty. Fifth is the defending champion of the 60 of Jason Taylor. Sixth, you got the 26 of Logan Sturgeon. 7, you got the 07 of Patrick Drabeck. In the 8th starting spot, you've got the 19 of Michael Bennett. In the 9th starting spot, you got the 79 of Josh Lokenvitz. And in 10th, you've got the number 23 of Ryan Pendleton.
Yeah, Jeremy, starting 11th, Timothy Wilms. 12th is Eddie Smith. Take a look at the back half of the field here. Starting 13th, Jacob Ellingston, the Dartman. Starting 14th, Blake Edel. 15th, Chance Taylor. 16th, Bobby Germain. 17th, Charles Feltz. 18th, Charles Abert. Starting 19th, James Coffin. Starting 20th, Corinne Smith. 21st is Timothy Stubblefield. 22nd, Daniel Cunningham. 23, Charles Stevens. And rounding out the field, 24th, Scott Gilroy. 04.
As we got a awesome field of cars here, 24. This is going to be a lot of racing for 100 laps here at the Tricky Lady in Black. And as we got the Jam Printing and Promotions Pole Award, thank you to Jam and Printing Promotions for sponsoring that award. Jam Printing Promotions does a lot for GoatLocker Racing, helps with a lot of their marketing material. Got to give a shout out, of course, to Jam Printing and Promotions for assisting and being a part of the GoatLocker Racing Series.
Yes, sir. Tonight, we've got Next Gen Cars, Darlington, 1.3. Sorry. We have 100 laps, 1 fast repair. They've already done their 2-lap qualifying, and this is all the week 3 of their season here. Fuel window is going to be 70 to 74 laps, about 3 tire changes tonight. We know Darlington's going to be tough on the tires. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Let's keep an eye on it.
As we got an awesome look at all the drivers providing us with their onboard shots here on Maconi Entertainment. The pace car has made the left-hand turn, and Jeremy Gardner in the number 57 Valor Machine is going to come alongside with his teammate of Brandon Evans. Green flag is in the air. Let's watch these drivers drive it into turns 1 and 2.
Side by side into 1 and 2. Everyone's clean so far. A little swerve from the 12. Everybody keeps it clean. Couple of contacts on the wall already. The 10 car into the wall. Saw a little mess up there.
That's right, the 10 car of Corinne Smith there, finding a little bit of action, but so far, so good. Drivers, you can tell, being very patient. 100 laps is the distance here tonight. Lap 1 complete there. Brandon Evans is going to lead that lap with his teammate right there in the 57. Our Jam Printing Promotions winner there is Jeremy Gardner. As we ride on board here with the 57, showing to the inside here. His teammate there in the 39. He's going to drive it hard here into 3 and 4 and try and take that lead right back.
Yeah, what a slide job there. He's got to be careful doing that over the long run because it will eat those tires up. But once you're out in front, you got the clean air. It's time to roll.
right now. We got Jason Taylor, our defending champion, and number 60, the fastest car on the track here early on. These drivers are probably getting these tires just under the good temperatures. These tires, you know, take a couple laps to get worked in. These drivers are doing a great job there. As we look at the number 12 there of Levy McCarty, they're in third. Look further on through the field there. I believe we've got the number 26 there of Logan Sturgeon, putting the pressure on there to Ryan Pendleton. Ooh, they're really close to the wall. They're going to be doing that all night long. Oh, there is one on the wall.
Oh, all the way down, moving towards the infield, stays inside here.
It was Chance Taylor, 14.
Does clear him. Let's ride along from behind here as he makes that slide up. Just going to kind of give it to him here, keeping it safe. They know they got a lot of laps to go. We'll move up here. We're going to battle for third. The 60 makes the pass on the 12. Jason Taylor marching towards the front.
A lot of action right there in one lap for the two Taylors, between Chance Taylor and Jason Taylor. As we look at Ryan Pelton right there in the 23, looking right here just outside the top 5. That's the 94 right there in front of him, that blue and green machine. And right behind them, you got Logan Sturgeon and Patrick Drabeck, Eddie Smith and Josh Lokovitz, all right here battling from 5th to 10th.
Yeah, Ryan Pendleton looks inside, gets the pass. He's going to bring a couple folks with him. They're going to see if they can get around too. Yep, absolutely. Does get clear there.
As we're right on board here with the 87 of Eddie Smith and above the yellow line media machine. Last week's winner, doing a great job here so far, running in the 9th position. We'll look here on board with Eddie Smith. I believe this is one driver that he's going to find himself here at the front at some point in this race tonight. We'll see how that strategy plays out for him. As we look back up front real quick, though, we are side by side for the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. 39 of Brandon Evans looking to take the lead here. He does get clear. Jason Taylor still in third, marching to the front. 57 of Jeremy Gardner, not going to give up easy. Going to stay on the same line with him here. Let's go back and take a look at how this pass happened. Yeah, just as he enters, he moves low, makes it stick. Oh, he tries to get it back there and then does not.
I would say there might be a little bit of cooperation there too as well between the two teammates here early on, trying to just keep their cars and save their tires. So long to go, like we said early on, 70 laps that could potentially go on fuel. Oh, Jason Taylor there in third, just scrapes the wall, but he is closing in on this lead. Looking at his last few laps, he is just as fast as the cars in front of him as the 12 right there of Levy McCarty, trying to put the battle on. Now we are going to have a great battle for the lead here shortly, as we are now 10 laps in, as you're right on board here with our leader of Brandon Evans and his awesome onboard shot in real life as well in that sim rig.
Yeah, you can see him in the screenshot there. You can see him talking to his teammate. They are communicating. And it looked like in that shot that the lead driver moved down after talking to the driver behind him. So I've definitely seen some teamwork. It's going to be a lot harder for the 60 of Jason Taylor and the 12 of Levi McCarthy in fourth to get that forward momentum going. If you've got two cars to go through, that's a big wall to break through. We know these next gens put out really dirty air off of those rear diffusers, and two of them working together is not going to be easy.
Exactly it there, Josh. These two drivers up front working together. If they can stay up front, they can have control of this race all night long. 12 laps into this race, it's all been Brandon Evans and Jeremy Gardner. They started 1 and 2. Right now, they're opposite of where they started. As you're right on board here with the 60 of Jason Taylor, all you've got right now is just Red Sea in front of them, trying to pick and choose which way he's going to go around, trying to figure out which way to go where the clean air is going to be. But as he does that, that's going to put the 12 of Levy McCarty right on his back bumper.
And then one thing I noticed here, on that onboard of Jason Taylor, he was downshifting into fourth. When we were riding with the leader, he was staying in fifth. That's going to be a difference in tire wear. That's going to be a difference in fuel usage. So fuel usage brings me to the point of, if they're up front and they're controlling this race, pit stops is going to be a good time to interrupt that. We're going to see some strategies come into play with tires and fuel on pit stops that could interrupt that teammate pairing at the front.
Drivers with 3 sets of tires in the pits, so let them make 4 tires all night long. They have 4 tires sets all together, including the set on the car, so they can pretty much go about 25 laps a set if that's how the cautions play out. But right now, I'm going to be really honest with you here, Josh. These drivers are doing a great job getting around the lady in black and not getting, I guess you could say, taken advantage of, because she can sometimes bite up real quick.
I completely agree. We are coming to the flag for starting lap 15 here. I do think tire wear is definitely going to come into play as we speak. You know, for the next 10 to 20 laps, these cars are going to degrade, as we see right here on this rear onboard. The P2 car, pow, twice into the wall there. Excuse me, that was Ryan Pendleton. Excuse me, that was a 23 of Pendleton. We were riding on board on there. Man, as soon as I said it, it comes up. It's crazy.
It's you got to be really careful. You don't want to bend those toe links. We know how fragile those components can be, and you can knock your car out of whack here early on, and
again,
it can really hurt. You know, if your toe is out of whack, not only is your car not going to be driving well, but you're going to be uneven wear on those tires. As we look at Eddie Smith there trying to make a pass. Look at that.
Yes.
There's the 87 here. As you ride on board with the 87, looking back there at Patrick Drabeck, that's for 7th. We had Jason Taylor up front, looking up front as well. Oh, riding there on real life with Patrick Drabeck. Got to thank Patrick. Also, he does a lot putting this all together to make this all happen. Got to love the GoatLocker mission. They do a great job, not only here in the sim, but they do a great job giving back in real life.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a lot of sponsors to be thankful for tonight. One of them, I noticed he was driving. He had some gloves on there. Let's thank the Glove Station, man. They are committed to providing quality gloves, protective gear, wide range of daily activities and jobs, from tinkering on home DIYs to working industrial environments and everything in between. We got you covered with the endless amount of safety products on the market. We want to make it effortless for you to find the right products for your needs. They're the primary sponsor for Monday Night ARCA Series. This is a different series, but still. Sorry. Yeah. All right.
As we are just getting ready to crack in here to the 20 lap mark. These drivers, I'm really surprised there's not a lot more action here, but these tires are getting ready to get a little worn here. And we got a battle for lead now. It's the 57 of Jeremy Gardner, our Jam Printing Promotions pole award, tries to sneak his nose down to the inside of Brandon Evans, as that is a teammate in front of him that is the leader. They've been working together all night long. Jason Taylor right there in third in that 60 machine, just kind of creeping his way in there, maybe trying to pick and choose a way to get around that 57 when it gets there, because it's going to be hard when these two drivers up front are controlling the race.
Yeah, and just behind them there, Levi McCarthy and Ryan Pendleton. They are they're going to have their work cut out for them. I did see one of those guys hit the wall there again, coming out of the exit of turn. I do believe that was turn through 2, back around the other side there, and here they come.
Field starting to get sprung out just a little bit there in the middle of the field. We'll look here right now in 10th. You got the 79 of Josh Lokenvitz right there behind him. You've got the 86 of Timothy Williams in 11th. Chance Taylor we saw there earlier on with a couple wall bangs there, hanging on to 12th. Those 3 cars are together, and just behind them with the Kyle Busch lookalike, you got Blake Edel there in the 18 and 13th. Jacob Ellingson, the dart shooter there in the 27, is running 14th. Bobby Germain, the 42, is rounding out our top 15. Behind him there in 16th, you got the 19 of Michael Bennett. We look up front here, Ryan Pendleton and Levin McCarty really battling side by side. It is so tight around these turns here, side by side.
Yeah, he moves low there. He does clear it right along with Levi as he gets past here. Ryan Pendleton makes his move up to 4th. Hard charge in the 12th. Kind of looks out there to the outside. Maybe they'll just settle in here. I don't think he's happy about that pass, the way he's sticking his nose out.
Ooh, boy, you can start to see the wiggle starting to come into those cars. We're 24 laps in. We look up front there. Spread apart now by almost a half a second from first to second. That puts Brandon Evans now getting a lot of heat from Jason Taylor. And then we saw that battle. Oh, we got another car on the wall. Is that Eddie Smith there in the 87?
Yes, he's down slow, moving back up, trying to maintain his line and speed. Safely get back on his line there in the turn.
Whew. Take a quick deep breath there for Eddie Smith and get back in the groove, and hopefully not too much damage, because that was a pretty big lick.
Last week's winner, we know he's got the talent to get back up there. Just have to resettle himself down, make his way back up. Gonna have some work to do. Got a few cars in front of him, Whittingham, Drabeck, right here in front of him. They seem to have kind of settled in, not giving each other too much of the business here. They've been riding together for most of this race. Just in front of them, Logan Sturgeon. He's kind of spaced out from Levi, and then you have your top four, Pendleton, Taylor, Gardner, Evans.
Broadcasters Jinx incoming here. This has got a great green flag feel to it right now, especially with the way the field's kind of getting spread out. Drivers are starting to get their hands full. I almost feel like if we were to have an incident, it might be a single car, but we'll see how that plans out. But field spread apart just a little bit throughout the field. Everybody's almost a second between each other, throughout half a second to a second between almost everybody throughout the field right now. And this is our one and only battle. As you see Whittington, oh, really tight there. Woo, as he makes that pass around Patrick Drabeck, we can look the real life on board as well. And
that's
great
awesome.
podcast in the background as well.
Oh, Drabeck with a little bit of action there. Gets to the rear of him, maybe. Couldn't quite tell, but it was close either way. I was looking at the stats here on my other screen, and the leaders are more than halfway to catching the lap traffic. So we're at almost lap 29. So our fuel window is 70 to 74. So we're 40 laps away. That's enough time to catch the rear of the field. That's also enough time to make a very, very slick tire. You know what I mean? We get a lot of laps on these tires. The next gens are known for some good tire, but Darlington's not known for being nice to them.
Great observation there, Josh, of the lap traffic fact. Riding here on board with the 86 of Timothy Wilms, as Eddie Smith right there kind of having his hands full right now, trying to stay away from that wall on the exit of turn 2. We're right on board now with Eddie Smith in that 87. We just look at the 87 there, excuse me. Oh, back up front here, Jesse Whittington there in the 94, getting some pressure there from Logan Sturgeon there as they're side by side in turns 1 and 2.
All right, we're going to watch them from the back here. Oh, you see him get a little loose there in the 94. Jesse Whittington does recover. They come out. He has to choose. Drabeck has to choose a line. He goes with the 94. They're going to leave. Oh. Yep, there they go. They leave him behind. Ooh, man.
Drabeck almost, if didn't, he gave him, I don't know if he's giving Jesse shots, but wow, this is some pretty aggressive racing here between Patrick Drabeck and Jesse Whittington. I don't know if Jesse's blocking or if Patrick Drabeck just trying to give him a bumper, but every few shots I see, Drabeck machine is extremely close. As we look, as it looks like the Whittington machine now gets to pull away. That battle was for 6th and 7th. As we now look further up the field, though, the battle for 3rd is on. Pendleton right there, and McCarty and Jason Taylor.
Yep. McCarty moves to the inside of Jason Taylor. He does give it back there. He didn't like his exit line, didn't have the momentum. The 60 keeps it up. Gaps him a little bit on the exit there. That'll settle down for the moment.
For the moment, those drivers gives themselves a little bit of a breather, as we are now 33 laps into this event. These drivers are putting on an extremely great show right now. Look, as we got 3 cars right there. Is that Chance Taylor, Blake Edel, and I believe that's going to be Jacob Ellingson. So that's going to be 11th, 12th, and 13th. That seems to be one of our closer battles right now on the track. And speaking of close battles, as Jacob Ellingson tries to peek that nose in there, lap traffic really close to those leaders. It's going to get pretty interesting here shortly. It is so hard to pass just when you're racing, and then you're going to have slower traffic in the way. That is going to probably make for some chaos here very shortly.
I'm curious to see what Gardner and Evans teammates do as teammates, what they do to navigate that lap traffic. Oh, whoa, whoa! We got a wreck. The 86 goes around. Oh, man, it looks like somebody got in the wall. Maybe it checked him up a little bit, and the 86 gets turned. I see the Lucas Oil 18 machine there.
Blake
Edel. Careful trying to get back up to speed here. Don't collect. Oh, no, no, no. I think he's broke. Oh, man. Toe link.
Put a little too much gas into it right there.
All right, let's take a look here. All right, they come down to the entry. Everything's good here. All right, they go low. They're exiting. Smith hit the wall first, and that, I don't know if 86 followed him or if it was just a checkup kind of deal, but man, that is unfortunate.
That happened very quickly, especially I hear the Lady in Black being 33 laps into this event. Everybody was kind of into a rhythm right now, and yep, the two cars right here in front of Blake Edel find the wall. And speaking of finding the wall, the field has come down pit road. Yeah, I believe if you don't pit right here, you might be setting yourself up for a quick shove out of the way. So it looks like the whole field is definitely coming down pit road. Who's going to get in? Who's going to get out? Who's going to play it just right?
Yeah, we're following along here. We got the 39 with our leader, Brandon Evans. All right, teammates, we can see him. We got the 94 of Whittington behind him. He's looking to gain a couple of spots on pit road. We're looking for anybody to break this teammate pack up, but they both had really clean entrance, really clean exit. Yeah, they're getting off clean here. Looks like a couple of spots lost or gained possibly off the exit of pit road there.
Whittington up to finding himself in a third.
There we go.
Jason Taylor, I believe, is going to be the biggest loser right here. Let's take a look at our top 10 here out of pit road. Right now, scoring and timing is showing Jeremy Gardner as our leader in the 57. Brandon Evans in the 39. Jesse Whittington is third. Levy McCarty fourth. Wyron Pelton running on our top 5. Patrick Drabeck 6th. Logan Sturgeon 7th. Jacob Ellingson 8th. Daniel Cunningham 9th. And Michael Bennett 10th. And as the field regroups, we'll take a quick commercial break here on Maconi Entertainment.
I highly recommend her. You won't find anybody as good as Jam Printing.
Jam is a friendly and professional company that just doesn't do print to make sure that you grow and your business grows to the next level.
They are a very community-focused organization. They donate to every event in the area.
Every time I hand out one of Jam's printed materials, I get a ton of compliments, and that's the power of Jam Printing.
One thing with Jam is it is a veteran-owned company, and that really resonates with me.
Jam Printing is like no other. Their dedication to customer service is amazing.
If you're looking to amp up your marketing, Jam Printing and Promotions is the place to go.
Quickie caution is complete. Drivers have gotten their Lincoln Tech service from their mechanics down in pit road. All drivers getting 4 tires as we're getting ready to come to the green flag. Green flag is now back in the air. Jeremy Gardner leading the way.
Gardner gets a nice jump out on Evans there. They're going to file in. Whittington, who had a great pit stop, he's going to run with them in third. McCarty's still in fourth, as he was before the pit stop, I do believe. Lined up. Patrick Drabeck has moved up to fifth. Ryan Pendleton lining out in sixth. A little bit of side-by-side up there in the front. A little pressure from the fourth place car of McCarty.
One driver I feel like we're definitely want to pay attention to here is that 94 of Jesse Whittington. We talk about him week in and week out, and there's a reason for it because he finds himself up here and in the front right now. He's getting a ton of pressure as Levin McCarty, though, in the 12 machine now drives down to his inside.
Yeah, Levi with a nice little pass there. And again, it could be some of that, like we were talking about, just the mindset of racing a long race and knowing that it's early in a run. Let him have it for now and get it back later kind of deal.
Exactly that, Josh. We just ran about a 34 lap run there.
Great stint.
And that is really good for Darlington. This track is too tough to tame for a reason. As we had an incident between the drivers, as we look at, as we have a quick battle here for a lead between our teammates once again. They've had a lot of cooperation here all night long as one driver makes a pass and they kind of let him go here, and they make that happen as well. It's honestly really smart racing, not to stay side by side for so long, because then it gives that third place car that opportunity to get there. And speaking of third place, Levin McCarty now finding himself there in third place. Can he split up these teammates duo up here, because they have been large and in charge all night long, being 1 and 2.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of making moves, Pendleton has also moved up. He's let Whittington slide back on him. And then speaking of the action from before the caution, credit for the wreck was given to Eddie. He did take an EOL before this green flag, so we're going to have to see if he can work his way slicing and dicing back through the field. He does have a lot of laps to get that done, luckily, but we'll see what happens there.
First top 3 drivers here now starting to get spread out, and then if you go to 4th place there with the Ryan Pendleton machine, who has found the wall a couple times tonight, still finds himself in 4th place, and then behind him there you got Jesse Winnington, the top 5 car, bringing up the caboose here in the top 5. He's got the 07 of Patrick Drabeck all over his back bumper with Jacob Ellingson as well. As we ride on board here with the 27 of Jacob Ellingson. And we got a great onboard shot as well from Jacob. Got to thank these drivers once again for all these awesome onboard shots. You can see Jacob there shifting. And that's one of the key elements here tonight, is making sure all your shifts are perfect. And boy, we've got a heck of a battle here right behind that 94 of Jesse Winnington.
Oh, wow. He swings it way out, moves to the inside of Drabeck. He's going to go ahead and try to get that. Yep, he got it clean. Got it clean. He's going to try to march down. Jesse Whittington here.
One of the drivers I saw last season that kind of found himself in having some decent runs, just a lot of tough breaks, is Pendleton. We just saw there at the bottom of our screen, into the wall once again, a couple more times here. Whew, those right side toe lengths are probably screaming there in that 23 car.
Yeah, any touch on that wall is going to be really rough on a toe link, especially these next gens. Anyone who follows NASCAR knows that the toe link is an issue with these cars, especially just with wall tapping. And this is a track that's just known for that. Lady in Black, man, she will show her teeth, and she don't give 2 craps about you or your tires or your toe link. Look at him slide. Sturgeon hits the wall a little bit there, brings it down, tries to keep it off.
Woo, we've got some great battling all around the track and some awesome shots here from our producer, Marty Zakala, doing a great job bringing us all the action. This is a great battle here between these 5 cars. You can see Ellingson continuing that march forward. He's going to get past the 94 of Whittington.
He tried to bring Drabeck with him, but Drabeck couldn't get around Whittington there. He'll have to wait another lap as we look back at him battling. Look at Sturgeon, stick to the outside. They're too wide. Drabeck and Sturgeon. And it shows that this track does have some optional lines to run. It's just that it narrows so quickly at the exits, and you've got to get lined up or you're going to lose a ton of momentum.
And a lot of these great passes are due to, having good drivers in the field, and that just goes to show you, when these drivers can go side by side through these turns lap after lap like that, it is extremely tricky, and these drivers are doing a great job here tonight, really trying to handle this track the best that they can. We are now on lap 49. We're just moments away from the halfway point already this race. It is just flying by. We're just 29 minutes away, or 29 minutes into this race, and we're already to the halfway point.
Hats off to these drivers. I mean, they put together a 30 5, I think ish stint the first run, and they are setting themselves up to do it again. And just like I predicted before, around that lap 20-25-30 mark, that's where you really see the tires start to take effect. That's when they really start to get a little squirrely, and that's when the toe links come into a problem after they're tapping those walls a few times. That's when we're going to see the what separates the men from the boys out here tonight.
All these drivers, once again, they're running a fixed setup, so everybody has the same setup underneath their car. Only things changes you can really make are, some brake bias changes, some steering ratio changes. It's pretty much it, and it's all really more of a driver preference thing. And all these drivers, like I said, same setups underneath them, and the cream rises to the top, I believe is what they say. I'm just gonna go with it. And as these drivers continue to put on a great run here once again, look at that awesome red, white, and blue machine right there.
Yeah, Timothy Stubblefield and the All-American, into the wall, like a true American. Oh, excuse me, that was Lokenvitz. Excuse me, sorry.
Lokenvitz there in the 79 finding the wall. We'll give a shout out here really quick to just in front of Timothy Stubblefield as well. You got Charles Stevens, who started 23rd last on the field. He's running 9th. Daniel Cunningham started 22nd. He's 11th. And as we were just talking about Timothy Stubblefield, he started 21st and he's running 12th. So a couple of these drivers have started pretty much caboose on the field, doing a great job making a run to the front. And it's been a lot of green flag passes.
Yeah, man, I love a hard charger award. Those guys that are able to slice and dice. Some of those races are some of the most fun. Big puff of smoke there after the side-by-side door-to-door contact between the 19 and the 84. Charles Stevens, Michael Bennett racing hard. Oh man, Charles Stevens into the wall, trying to pull her down without losing too much momentum. They're still side-by-side.
That was a big hit there off of turn 2. I'm surprised those cars are still going straight. It's all more contact there.
They're doing it again. You see sparks fly from under the 94.
Looks
they
like
line
the
them
19.
up. Oh man.
Whew. Man, I tell you what, business has picked up. I feel like that pit stop has really picked up the business there. And honestly, there might be a little bit of I guess you could say, physical fatigue maybe starting with these drivers as, we're having these long green flag runs. Your arms might be starting to get a little tired, might be starting to get a little cranky with the drivers around you.
Yeah, absolutely. That, frustration with not being able to pass, like we were talking about with the dirty air on next gen. We know it puts out some nasty air, and we know that they are tough to pass in a line. That can definitely be frustrating. Look at this. We got Eddie Smith. He started with an EOL end of line after that caution on lap 35. Here we are 20-ish laps later, and he has made his way to 14th, and he is one of those people we were talking about, slicing and dicing. He's getting the job done. He's got the talent to get up there. Let's see what he does to make it all the way to the front.
You're right on board here with the 26 of Logan Sturgeon, and that also the above the yellow line media machine, and Cruisin Classics as well on the side of that. Cruisin Classics, obviously the presenting sponsor here tonight. Every Wednesday night race. Gotta thank them for being on board. If you're at Nasty's Bar and Grill right now watching this race, hope you're all having a great time. Throw a glass in the air. Cheers to that. Gotta appreciate Nasty's Bar and Grill for giving you guys all of the live feed there into the virtual iRacing world. Look at this, almost 3 wide down the backstretch. That's just right there in front of Jason Taylor. That's gonna be Michael Bennett, Daniel Cunningham, and Charles Stevens there coming through turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, Charles still struggling to keep it off the wall. Oh, they get sideways behind him, next to Eddie Smith. Who is that? Lokenvitz in the 79 got a little sideways and took a nasty little right front bump off the wall there. Hitting the right front is a lot different than tapping your right rear off the exits. That's a major difference. The 60 machine of Jason Taylor looking to the inside. He's clear of the 91. That's Daniel Cunningham in the 91. All right.
Hands full right there.
Riding along with the 60.
Man,
19 of Michael Bennett giving him trouble here.
This is some high intensity racing right now. These drivers No, the laps are starting to wind down, and it's going to happen pretty quickly. I believe that pit stop that we just had should put us just at the edge of making it to the end.
Yeah, we've got a few cars that are good for it, it looks like, and then we've got a few cars that aren't. Interesting that Evans is going to make it with a lap to go, even though he's been out in front for a lot of this race, even though Gardner took the lead off of the green flag. He seems to be giving the lead to Evans on these stints. I'm not sure if Evans is taking it, but more to come.
As we ride on board here with the 39 of Brandon Evans and that awesome motion simmering. We interviewed him last week, and we asked him, because Auto Club has those big whoop-de-doos going down the backstretch. So I'm sure Brandon Evans at this track, you can see him right there just getting bounced around these high bank, high speed turns, really kind of push it to your right. Obviously, you're not getting all the G-forces that you would get in real life, but you could definitely feel the rig kind of start tilting over to the right, and these drivers are putting on some great racing. And wow, drivers are starting to get their hands full. This field's getting spread out. We're gonna have lap traffic here shortly.
Yes, sir. We're taking a look at Eddie Smith giving pressure to Michael Bennett. This is for, I do believe, 11th. He is really making a charge for the front here. He might try a 2-for-1. No, that was pressure from behind, excuse me. He's side by side, gets into his door, pushes him up into the wall. 19, nice recovery there. His right rear was all the way out to the side. Nice recovery.
Definitely gave him a big break.
Smith tried to make it stick there and just slid up into his door. And we know that that's going to happen. We're hitting that long run of this stint as well. We're in that 25 lap mark of this stint, I do believe.
Almost 30.
Almost 30. Okay, yeah.
It is going quick. These drivers are really putting on some great racing right there. Whew. Man, these drivers are bouncing all off the wall. Now you can see Timothy Williams, Timothy Stubblefield side by side down the backstretch. Scraping the wall, scraping each other. I got a smile on my face up here. I don't know if they're happy down there, but I feel like the racing's been great tonight.
All right, we're up on the 07 of Drabeck. He's got the 26 of Logan Sturgeon giving him pressure here. They're choosing the optional line. You got one run a little higher, one run a little lower, trying to keep his nose clean, keep the downforce on the car there. But they've got to line up coming out of those tight exits. Let's see how they come across the start-finish line.
So far, so good, though. Drabeck keeping a good pace here to keep himself out in front of Sturgeon. Oh, Sturgeon with a little wall tap there. But
yeah,
still
1 and 2, man.
Whew. Honestly, with those little wall taps, he's honestly still keeping good pace here. And a lot going on right there between those two drivers as Drabeck, I would assume, doing quite a bit of mirror driving, trying to stay out in front as we look here at Jesse Whittington. Right on board here with Jesse Whittington, and you can look right out in front of him. That's Ryan Pendleton in the 23. Oh, Jesse into the wall. I feel like, I'm going to be honest with you, I probably shouldn't react too much to this wall contact. It's a pretty normal occasion here at Darlington, but sometimes you just tap that wall and you get sucked right into it.
Yeah, you just never know how the car is going to react coming off of the wall. Like you said, sometimes it'll get sucked into it and you try to pull it off and upset the car. Sometimes the tap just upsets the balance of the car. You just never know. Every one of them could be the one.
I believe that's going to be...
both of them hit it there coming into that turn, yep. Bam! On that exit, too.
I'm going to be honest with you. Whatever Ryan Pendleton's got for right side toe links, I want a set of those. Because he is...
whoa, the 94. Nice.
Wow, what a save. Whew.
He knows
taking a deep breath right there. He knows his hands are full of laps. I'm going to say it. The laps are winding down. We're coming almost to 30 to go. These drivers...
That little look away after that spin, he knew he got away with it. That's good stuff.
He knew he had a lot of luck on his side, And
We've
this late
all
into
been
the
there.
run. Oh yeah, we know how hard these cars can be to save. They get strung out. The right rears get kind of hung out there, and sometimes you go to correct it, and you end up smashing the wall. But if we look up here at the lead, Brandon Evans and Jeremy Gardner. Gardner right now was almost 2/10 faster that last lap than Brandon Evans, starting to really close that gap in there to his teammate. What is Jeremy Gardner going to do? What is Brandon Evans going to do? Is Brandon Evans going to let him have it, or is this too late in the game? Just let your teammate have the lead. Is he going to fight him hard to keep himself out front? Because he's been out front almost all night long. And then you got Levin McCarty there. Levin McCarty is just 1.7 seconds back from the lead. If these drivers up front start battling hard, he could pounce on that. And not too far behind them, you got Jesse Whittington bouncing back from that almost, I guess you could say, spin out. Doing a good job bouncing back here, trying to put the pressure back onto Pendleton, who's put that right side of his car into the wall several times tonight. Like I said just moments ago, I want a set of those toe links.
As Ryan bounces off the wall again, man, I need some of his equipment for sure. I tend to favor the wall.
Oh,
so
fresh out of the pit here real quick. I did miss it. It looks like Chance Taylor is out of the race. I missed his disconnect a few laps ago.
Copy that. Maybe then, yeah.
We got a great battle though starting to brew up here for the lead as Brandon Evans continues to march into it. Or excuse me, Jeremy Gardner continues to march into that Brandon Evans advantage. It's now down to 0.3 of a second. And ooh, these drivers still throughout the field have got their hands full. This is a 3-car battle right here. Stubblefield and Wilms still continue to go at it with Charlie Stevens right there in front of them.
Yeah, Stubblefield trying to make the high line work. He's getting that pressure from Timothy Wilms on the inside there.
They've been side by side almost lap after lap here, I think. Whew.
Stubblefield doing his best to keep it off the wall. He's trying to run down Charles Stevens. Once he gets there, he's got to make the pass cleanly. Also, as I'm looking here, looks like the leaders are catching lap traffic. That's going to be 2 wall bangs.
Speaking of the leaders, not only are they coming into lap traffic, if you look from the rear end of the 39, you'll see the 57 still there. Now down to 0.2 of a second. Maybe Brandon Evans starting to feel some of that dirty air from lap traffic. Might be starting to slow him up. What is he going to do with the lap traffic? Blake Edel, one of those cars. Oh, he's a few laps down. This might be James Kaufman, I believe, coming up there in front of him here very shortly. Oh, excuse me, Bobby Tremaine. He's already one lap down, corner. So he'll be going another one down.
Half a corner to a corner between the leader and lap traffic. I'm wondering if that's going to give Levi, Pendleton, Whittington a chance to get up on him here. They are lined up and they are trying to use that arrow, and they need to do that. The less side-by-side racing that they can do would actually probably help them out to use the arrow. Well, can't do that if somebody's slowing down in front of you off the wall there. But yeah, he hit the wall again. Dang. Ryan trying to keep it under control. His toe link sponsor is on pins and needles right now. He's out there in the Cruisin Classics.
Oh, the leader almost made some contact with lap traffic. Whew.
All right.
Wow, that was really close.
Gardner and Evans get around.
I believe Bobby Tremaine was trying to stay out of the way there. Kind of caught the leaders off their guard there. As I believe James Kaufman will be the next car in line there to see the leaders in his mirror, and the leaders putting on a race now. We're down to that part of the race. Oh, what are you going to do with your teammate? You're going to race him hard? You're going to race him clean? In my opinion, we're down to the point where I just need to get around him and set my own race here, but this is going to be one heck of a battle. What is Gardner going to do to get around his teammate? Oh, lap traffic in the wall just in front of them.
Moves to the inside. Yeah, I think that we are, over 3/4 of the way through this race here. and they have been long, long runs. It is time to put the pressure on the leader for the 57 of Jeremy Gardner. He is going to have to make a move. He's going to have to set it up perfectly, and he's going to have to execute. Caution, caution, caution.
The 94.
Whittington in the 94.
Oh.
He was doing so well after that recovery.
Man, this is going to put up a heck of a finish here coming up as we take a look at the replay. Oh, Paddington there was on his inside. What happened here on the exit of 4? Oh, 23. Oh, man, I don't know if that was a little bit of net code, but unfortunately, Whittington was on the losing end of that. But the good news is, looks like just light contact with that left rear quarter panel.
Oh, he never knew it.
Very tight racing action there. With
nice calm recovery, though. Hats off to the
20
driver.
laps to go here. Who's coming on pit road? Who's going to try to gamble and stay out? If I was them, I would definitely be coming down pit road. Give me 4 fresh good years. Give me a clean windshield. We're going to have a heat race to the end.
The race is now on the other side of the wall. As you see our leaders, Brandon Evans, Jeremy Gardner, teammates coming down. Here's the wide shot. Let's see them all come down. As there you go. Start seeing them dip off. The race off of pit road right here is going to be critical. They need nice stops.
Is anybody going to gamble and try to throw 2 tires on? What are we going to do to try to break up these 2 tires up front? It's almost feels impossible right now with the way that they're working together. And as we get ready to watch these jacks drop, who's going to pull out in front? It's once again teammates.
Yes, and I did not notice any gambles.
As we just get completed with pit stops, we'll take a quick break.
A thriving job market and low cost of living, plus a wide range of veteran benefits, make Indiana the perfect place for veterans of the United States military to call home. InVets can help you find that home. We're an organization started by veterans to help former service members transition to civilian life in our state. InVets can help you find the community with the career opportunities, housing, schools, and amenities that fit your lifestyle. To learn more about InVets, visit us at invets.org today.
Aren't you sick of making double cheeseburgers by now? Lincoln Tech, the end of the dead end.
And welcome back to Maconi Entertainment's presentation of GoatLocker's Cruisin Classic Wednesday Night Racing League. As we have some breaking news. The 39 of Brandon Evans, who's run up towards the front all night long, came off a pit road, had to go towards the back. I'm not sure if he was speeding, but as we're getting back to come to green, it is just Jeremy Gardner and Levy McCarty, your front row. Jason Taylor, Patrick Drayback, your second row. Logan Sturgeon, Daniel Cunningham, your third row, and your fourth row. Charles Stevens, Eddie Smith, Timothy Williams, Timothy Stubblefield, your top 10. We are 17 laps to go. Green flag in the air.
Jeremy Gardner with a nice jump out to the lead. Levi McCarty going to fall in with Drayback in third. Jason Taylor in fourth. Sturgeon in fifth. Is that Cunningham in sixth? Yes, sir. Eddie Smith has made his way into the top 10. He is running at eighth after that restart. Let's see what happens with him, man. He is...
Oh, we're at close contact right there for third between Taylor and I believe that's Patrick Drayback. Oh, still more contact there between Taylor and Sturgeon. Still making contact. This is extremely tight racing here. These drivers know it's coming to the end of the race. They're going to get extremely desperate for... Oh, heavy contact on the wall for Jason Taylor.
Maintains. Back on his line. Nice recovery. Huge hit, though.
It's going to hurt him when the laps wind down. We're coming to 15 laps to go. Jeremy Gardner, Levin McCarty, you're 1 and 2. Patrick Raybeck now finds himself in a podium position in 3rd. What does Levin McCarty have for Jeremy Gardner? Does he have the time? Does he have the car? Can he get to him and give him a fight for that lead? Or are we going to go yellow at some point? Is somebody to try and do a strategy and put 4 fresh tires on?
Yes, he's using the optional line, trying to stay in the clean air here. He wants to be different than the 57, keep his downforce, keep his clean air. That's the only thing he can do. He's got to be a differentiator against what the leader's strategy is to make up that ground. It's going to be tough, though. It's going to be tough. There we go. Pendleton with a pass on Stubblefield. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Is that right? Whittington. Excuse me.
Yes.
With a pass on Stubblefield.
Trying to make his march back through the field after being involved in that most recent caution. Had a little Boston in me there for a second.
And the third.
These drivers really put on a great battle here.
39 of Brandon Evans has made his way back to the top 10 after taking an end-of-line penalty after that pit stop there. He is marching forward with a vengeance. Smith with a pass on the 91 of Daniel Cunningham.
Speaking of marching forward. Whew.
Yeah, man, that's 2 drivers that are really doing the thing from the rear of the field. Eddie Smith's taking a longer time to do it because circumstances, right? As we ride along here on the 91, looking at Eddie Smith making his way to the front, now we take a bird's eye view at 39, making his pass on the 84. He's clear. Whew, he's clear.
Trying to make his march back towards the front of the field after being involved in an incident. As you can see, Pendleton there as well in the 23, finding himself back into the top 10, getting around the 84 machine as these drivers that were up towards the front, trying to make themselves march back to the front. Speaking up front, you can see the 07 of Patrick Dre back there in 3rd. Currently right now 1 second back from our leader, 11 laps to go, coming to 10 laps to go. As you can look there, Logan Sturgeon just on the edge of that podium position. The 57 right there, Jeremy Gardner, was our JM Printing and Promotions Pole Award winner. Been riding second for most of the night, and then something happened on pit road on our most recent caution for our leader of the race pretty much all night long. His teammate, Brandon Evans, of 39, fell back, now up to 9th, but right now in a good spot to pretty much start first and finish first there for Jeremy Gardner.
Yeah, speaking of 9th, we got 9 laps to go in tonight's race. As we take a look at Jason Taylor trying to put something together to get around Sturgeon here. He's got Eddie Smith breathing down his neck. This is the battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th right here that you're watching. Eddie takes a look to the outside. Nothing going there. He's going to have to put something together, get a little momentum.
Man, really got the heat is on right here for this top 5 positions. Top 5 position, excuse me. As Jason Taylor had that big lick to that wall earlier on, still doing a good job maintaining. Look right behind them though, Jesse Whittington, who was involved in that wreck, pretty much spun out, trying to march back towards the front of the field, now in 7th place. Woo, oh no, the wall.
Wow. Hats off to him, man. He is keeping it together under pressure tonight. There he is. Look at the concentration. You can't ignore it. Keeping it off the wall, barely. Man.
Had me trying to save it, and I wasn't even in the car. That was a heck of a save.
There's our other one. 39, looking to the inside of Daniel Cunningham, trying to make a pass. He wants to go up to the top 5. He is not going to settle for top 10. All right, this is the 26th.
Yep.
Looking back at Jason Taylor. Jason Taylor with the pressure all night long. Eddie Smith, you see him sticking his nose out as well. Every time they enter the corner, he is given the pressure. He's got to maintain the pressure. And then you see in the distance there's Pendleton coming up. as they cross the start finish. 5 to go tonight at Darlington.
Just 5 laps to go here for Jeremy Gardner in that number 57 machine. Our Jam Printing Promotions Pole Award winner is now just 4 1/4 laps away from getting the victor here tonight. That was Jason Taylor making door-to-door contact there with Logan Sturgeon. Holy cow. These drivers are trying to get every position they can. The laps are just ticking away. Jason Taylor's just going to fall right in there behind Eddie Smith as Eddie Smith now finds himself in the 5th position, making that pass work. Jeremy Gardner into 3 and 4, coming around for the 3 to go.
That was costly at this stage of the race there. That's 2 spots that are going to be tough to make up considering the competition in front of you. We've watched Eddie Smith work hard all night long. He's not going to stop just because Jason Taylor's on his 6.
The laps are winding down. Jeremy Gardner, though, out front. But I will say this, Levy McCarty was faster that last lap. Is Levy McCarty going to get himself in a position to make a move on the white flag lap to get around the number 57 of Jeremy Gardner? Just 2 laps to go here on the Maconi Entertainment broadcast of the Next Gen Cruisin Classics GoatLocker Racing event. There's some great racing. We got 1 car around. That's the 91 of Daniel coming in. The yellow flag is going to come out.
Wow.
I did not think it was going to come out there because he was pretty much already going back on the track by the time the yellow came out.
From a 2-car race to the finish to the entire field in a green-white checker.
And what are you going to do? And what are you going to do, Josh?
Well, we're going to take a look at the replay. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, we'll do that first.
All right, here's the 91 of Cunningham coming around. We're going to rewind one more time. That was... All right, here we go. I got the 39 of Evans on the inside of Cunningham here. They make their way around, plenty of room. And Evans kind of clips his rear there.
Fortunately, but unfortunately, no contact with anything there for the 91 machine.
Right, here's a great look from the onboard rear of Cunningham. Now from the nose of Cunningham. Just kind of pushes up tight on him.
It kind of looks like maybe the 39 got a little loose on exit, and the 39 was just pushing hard there, and it was just some really close racing. But we'll see what race control says. And speaking of the race live, looks like we've got 10 drivers that have decided to stay out. We've got drivers that pitted: Whittington, Lokenvitz, Pendleton, Feltz, Smith, Stubblefield, and Charles Stevens on pit road.
Yeah,
one thing I will say I missed was Jacob Ellingson going down about 8 laps. I will say I missed that.
Yeah, I missed that as well.
But the top 10 staying out. We'll see how it plays out. I know it's just a green-white checker with just 15 laps on these tires, but this track really eats up these tires. It's almost like sandpaper on that rubber and just shreds them apart. And Goodyear's probably got to bring extremely hard compound to compete with this extremely abrasive track. It's got that South Carolina grit to it because it's just beat up by that beachy sand. And this track's got a lot of awesome character to it. One of my favorite parts is that the 2 corners are extremely different because every time I come to this track, I always mix up what turn I'm in. So I'm always going either too fast or too slow. As the pace car lights are off, Josh, what are you expecting for this finish? Do you think anybody's got anything for the number 57 of Jeremy Gardner?
Yeah, man. McCarty, Drabeck, Sturgeon, they all got it for him. They're just going to have to do a great job at restarting here and just, I don't know. It's going to be hard racing. It's going to be a challenge. Gardner's proven that he can get out front, stay out front. He does have control of the race. It's going to be tough, but I think McCarty can do it. Just going to have a very, very, very short time to do so.
We'll have to keep an eye on those drivers that are 11th on back. Will they get a second swing at a green-white checkered, or is this going to be their one and only opportunity to get an advantage with those fresh tires? But got to try to do something different if you've been riding mid-pack all day. You know, you can't ride behind the leaders all night long and expect to finish in front of them without trying to do something different, as the pace car potentially makes the left-hand turn off one more time. We get a great view of Barney, the flagman, with the flag in hand, getting ready to wave it as the field enters the restart zone. The green flag is back into the air, and a not so good start for Eddie Smith throughout the field, but a great start for Jeremy Gardner, leading him into the turns 1 and 2. We're side by side for second.
Yeah, Draybeck and McCarty are hard charging there. Jason Taylor loose coming around. Sturgeon moving up. They are almost 3 wide. Oh, 60 kind of clips the nose of the 12, pushing him to the wall. 12 moves low, 60 moves up.
White flag is in the air for Jeremy Gardner. Next flag he wants to see is going to be the checkered flag. He's got over a half a second lead over the 07 of Patrick Draybeck. He has got smooth sailing for here. Heavy contact with cars into the wall all back, but that means nothing to Jeremy Gardner coming through turns 3 and 4. He knows all he has to do is come around these turns smooth and clean. Coming out of turn 4, driving the number 57, our pole winner, our winner, Jeremy Gardner. Started on the pole, was pretty much behind his teammate all race long. Something happened during a pit stop for his teammate, and Jeremy Gardner capitalizes, starts on the pole, finishes the race in first, and Jeremy Gardner gets the privilege of burning it down here on the front stretch. And as Jeremy Gardner gets ready to burn it down, we'll give him a few minutes to do that. While he does that, we will be back here very shortly after we get a quick commercial break with our awesome partners.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, Maconi.
With the launch of Maconi Entertainment and Maconi Competizone alongside Maconi Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MaconiSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Maconi Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
And welcome back to tonight's coverage of the GoatLocker Cruisin Classics Next Gen's Wednesday night series, as we just got done witnessing an awesome race here at the Lady in Black of Darlington Speedway. These drivers only had 3 brief cautions, had some awesome green flag runs, but one driver that had no issue up front was Jeremy Gardner, bringing home the victory. And with that said, we will go through our finishing order that I believe this week is official here right at the finish. As last week we had a lot of controversy between the finish, one driver accepting a penalty. So this week we definitely know this is official right now. To ours is Jeremy Gardner is our winner. Patrick Draybeck finished in second. Jason Taylor was third. Fourth, give it to Levin McCarty. Fifth, running at the top 5, Logan Sturgeon. Sixth, Ryan Pendleton. Seventh goes to Eddie Smith. 8th is Michael Bennett. 9th, Daniel Cunningham. and 10th goes to Timothy Wilms.
11th, we have Charles Phelps. 12th, Corian Smith. 13th, Jesse Whittington. 14th, Charles Stevens. 15th, Brandon Evans. 16th, Timothy Stubblefield. 17th, Bobby Germain. 18th, Josh Lokovitz. 19th, James Kaufman. 20th, Jacob Ellingston. 21st, Blake Edel. 22nd, Chance Taylor. 23rd, Charles Abert. And rounding out the field, 24th, Scott Gilroy.
24 cars here came with the action. And as we look at our interview room right now, Jeremy Gardner is not ready yet. So I believe we will start with our third place finisher and go up the field from there. So we will bring in our third place finisher, defending champion right now, Jason Taylor in the number 60 machine. Whew, man, you drivers had your hands full here tonight, trying to keep them off the wall, getting into the wall, trying to stay off all the other cars. Jason, what was the advantage? What was the viewpoint from you? Because it was great up here.
I just wanted to go out there and tried to trade some sponsors, rub off a little mine, get some of theirs, that sort of deal. No, man, that was a pretty intense 20 laps there at the end. It was really tight. I overdrove a couple times, got into some people, and same back at me. So it was really tough there at the end.
It definitely looked like everybody had their hands full, and everybody was, honestly, for Darlington being as tricky as it is, this was a great race from our vantage point, and everybody did really good. Just, racing everybody hard, but it was still a clean and a good aspect. And what do you expect? Going through the rest of the season, I feel like that we've talked to you at least one time earlier on this season. Being defending champion, what are your title hopes like so far?
Oh, I'm gonna get my hands on a championship belt. That's about the end of the story. Just got to stay consistent and keep the points up, and I'm doing a pretty good job of doing that right now. Couple top fives, and I've been in the top 10 every race. So I think might have been 11th last week. Don't know. But yeah, just stay consistent. Eventually a win will come. I'm pretty sure. There's some good tracks on the schedule for me, and I do fully expect to be the champion at the end of the year.
Jason Taylor calling his shot at week 3. With that said, who do you got to thank for getting you here tonight?
Let's thank iRacing, Above the Yellow Line, SimMotion, and of course Nasty's Bar and Restaurant and Bar, and Cruisin Classics, and Maconi Setup Shop for providing the setups for us. That's awesome. And my boys back at the Black Flag Motor Shop, Sean O'Brien Jr. and Dylan Kritz and Bobby Anderson. Appreciate them. And thank you guys for putting on the show. I really appreciate it. Can't wait to watch it.
We appreciate your time and being here. Hopefully we'll talk to you here next week.
Yes, sir.
That was Jason Taylor, our third place finisher. And I believe Josh is going to have our second place finisher of Patrick Drabeck.
Patrick, the man in charge tonight, started just outside the top 5, row 4, started 7th, maintained around the top 10 and top 5 all night long. Tell us a little bit about slicing and dicing tonight, Patrick.
Ooh, I mean, it's Darlington. I mean, you're going to be up against it all night long, whether it's the track, the wall, somebody else. And quite honestly, I was probably about a 6th place car. And just a couple things fell my way there towards the end of the race, and a couple really, really good restarts, and just was able to hang on to it. But Darlington's always a hell of a race. And I mean, we put on a show here tonight for sure.
Yeah, the wall was biting tonight. The lady in black shows her teeth, man. Sometimes she can be a lady of luck. We saw some lucky saves tonight. Tough racing up front. How did the pit stop strategy work out for you? Were you able to make up any ground coming through the pits there at the end?
Yeah, I made up a couple spots there. I always tend to make up at least a spot or two on pit road, just getting in and out of my box cleanly. So made up a couple spots there. Got myself up into the top 5, then it was top 3, and then a really good restart, and found myself there in second position. Just holding on with those old tires. So, super proud to bring this Save 22, 07 Chevy Camaro, home with a podium finish tonight for sure.
Yes, sir. Congrats on that second place finish tonight, man. Hard racing, great entertainment from our perspective. We enjoyed calling it, man. And you have a great night. Thank you, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, we're gonna throw it back to Jeremy, and he's gonna talk to tonight's winner.
Yes, we are going to talk to tonight's winner. I think if I can, I can't grab one. There we go. All right, wasn't let me pull Jeremy Gardner, our winner here, our Jam Printing and Promotions Pull Award winner, and the number 57 Premier Setup Shop Machine. Wow, Jeremy, you guys had your hands full here tonight. Looked like you and your teammate there, Brandon Evans, were working together there to keep you guys up front. You guys pretty much had the field like in charge, and you started up front, you finished up front. Walk us through your night.
That was a fun night. Brandon was definitely wanting to get in front of me, man. Me and him have had some hellacious battles here at Darlington. He's definitely wanting to beat me here. He knows this is my best track, but that was fun. We had 2 cautions tonight. It was an extremely clean race, so I had a lot of fun. This is my favorite track on the server. So, oof.
On that last caution, did Brandon get a speeding penalty?
Yeah, he did. Unfortunately,
Okay,
he came over.
okay.
He came over race comm, said good race, good win, Jeremy. I was like, oh no,
Oh.
you did not.
Oh, yeah, because we were watching up here when it happened, and it happened so fast. It was hard to see what happened there, and unfortunately, because you guys were definitely getting ready to put on a heck of a battle between the 2 teammates, and man, that was some great racing. Everybody had their hands full, like you said. Just a few cautions, just 3 brief cautions, and for being Darlington, I feel like everybody did an awesome job here tonight. I feel like you obviously did the best job and brought yourself home in first place. Who do you got to thank for getting you there?
Always Pat and Jamie first, GLR. I appreciate the hell out of them guys. They do a lot for our sim community. They do a lot for the veteran community. I appreciate the hell out of them guys, man. They do so much behind the scenes on the sim, like you have no idea. Lincoln Tech, Save 22, Indiana Department of Veteran Affairs, Cruisin Classics for helping put on the series this season, Above the Yellow Line, and my guys at Premier Racing Setups.
Well, once again, congratulations for finding yourself here in victory lane on week 3. Gonna set yourself up for a good championship run. We wish you the best of luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
Sir, we'll see you next race.
Yes, sir. That was Jeremy Gardner, tonight's winner. Some quick thoughts here as we get ready to wrap up. Josh, your opinion on tonight's race? Because from my point of view, it was amazing.
Yeah, Jeremy, man, this was a fun race. They kept it so clean. They showed off some of their skills with some of the saves tonight. They were racing hard, door-to-door action. You couldn't ask for much more. Good, clean racing is what we're here for. Nobody wants to watch a caution fest, and they delivered. Interesting fact about that last pit stop. Without the speeding penalty, Gardner was still faster in and off of pit lane. Without a speeding penalty.
It would have been.
So it was mute. It was a moot point.
Yep. It was just that close of just that little bit of a mistake. And
yep.
That was it was great racing though. Tons of green flag racing, tons of action to call here on Maconi Entertainment. Once again, we got to thank all of the partners that make this series go around. Obviously, we had so much green flag racing. It's hard to grab all of the sponsors, but obviously Glove Station, Nasty's Restaurant and Bar, Operation Valor Racing, Maconi Setup Shop Entertainment, Red Beard Design Company, iRacing, of course, and Above the Yellow Line Media, where you can find the GOAT Live podcast broadcast on their platform. I thank everybody for being a part of tonight's event. My name was Jeremy Briggs. Well, before I forget, because I already forgot, see, I'm signing us off, and I forgot to tell everybody that you need to be here for the next race, which is going to be Wednesday, February 5th, 8:30. We're going road course racing here on Maconi Entertainment. It's going to be another action-packed, fun night to see for GoatLocker Racing. Now, I can officially get ready to sign off. My name was Jeremy Briggs. On behalf of Josh Ammer, Marty DeZicala, everybody at Maconi Entertainment, we appreciate you being here. Stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you soon.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.